Super Smash Bros. Is a crossover fighting game centered around titular video game characters deriving from their own franchises, such as the Super Mario Bros. Series, Metroid, Pokemon, and Kirby, just to name a few. Gameplay of Smash differs from that of other fighting games, as the objective isn't to deplete your opponent's health bar, but rather knock your opponent out of the stage. Health is replaced, moreover, by percentages, and the higher the percentage, the higher the possibility of getting KO'd. We already know most of this information by now. I mean, Smash Ultimate just released a few days ago, and there's already so much fan art and hype surrounding this franchise. Smash is widely loved by many people out in the gaming community, and this is an undeniable fact at this point. But let's talk more about what the general public doesn't know much about Smash. What exactly is Super Smash Bros? What is the history behind it? And why does it matter so much, not just to the gaming community, but also to pop culture as a whole? We plan to answer that and more in this video.
Before Smash was, well, Smash, this fighting game used to be a prototype called Dragon King the Fighting Game. Yeah, I don't really get the naming conventions either, but anywho, here's a screenshot of what this prototype would have looked like. Yeah, this is essentially the beta version of Super Smash Bros. 64, and little did Sakurai know that the idea would lead to major success down the road.
Exactly. Talking about Sakurai, I'm pretty sure that he and Iwata both initially started developing this prototype as more of a side project if anything. It was also pretty low budget from what I remember.
Correct. The prototype was intended to be released on Nintendo 64. The functions of this scrap prototype and the official release were very similar too. Iwata and Sakurai both interviewed each other, talking about everything related to Smash, and they both gave their reasons as to why they pursued this project. In it, Iwata states, "In retrospect, the main reason I undertook the project was to build a 4-player game that utilized N64's unique 3D joystick." Iwata then asked what was Sakurai's reasons to develop the game, and Sakurai responded with, "Well, I wanted to offer an alternative to the two-dimensional fighting games that were crowding out the market. And as Sakurai himself put it, I was aiming to design a 4-player battle royale."
So basically, Fortnite, Nintendo Edition before Fortnite was ever conceived as an idea?
Goodness, you're making me remember that Fortnite is on Switch. Anyways, back on track. So as you can see, Sakurai and Iwata both wanted to work on a fresh, new idea that featured a 4-player gaming experience. But they felt as though the fighter models were off and didn't really stand out or pop efficiently in this new 3D environment that the Nintendo 64 was capable of handling. They blended in too much with each other, so Sakurai came up with the beautiful idea of replacing these mopey fighters with actual recognizable Nintendo characters. And thus, Super Smash Bros. 64 was born.
Is the prototype available at all?
I believe not, sadly. The picture that was used in this video was only one of a select few screenshots of the alpha build of Dragon King. It had most of the core gameplay elements used in Smash series today, but not much else is known.
Ah, I see. Still though, Sakurai and Iwata couldn't have imagined for the series blasting off with unexpected success, right?
Exactly. But before we dive deeper into the sequels of Smash 64, let's discuss a bit on the impact that Smash has on the internet culture and on the gaming community, shall we?
Right, the community. Man, when it comes down to Smash, this franchise is centered around having tons of fun, and we can't forget the people who get to experience that fun, which is none other than the Smash community and fan base. In its essential terms, the Smash community didn't start to develop fully until around the time period in which Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube released. Melee was the follow-up to Smash 64 and gained major success due to how well the game executed both gameplay style and paying homage to the franchises which the game references. An article by US Gamer detailed how nostalgia was the hook, but what kept fans coming back was that it was deeper than it looked. Players discovered techniques such as wave dashing and L canceling, which helped to boost the community and the competitive scene as a whole, further and further into the limelight.
You should also mention how the Melee competitive scene gave rise to professional Smash players like Zero and Iroh. They essentially started from Melee, right? And have you seen the immense text and inputs that these skilled players do? Like Armada, for example.
Well, roll the clip. I'm intrigued now.
Alright, Watch this.
And you know, honestly, the way this match is looking, if this happens again, he might.
Yeah, but that's all to say that like if that PBMG is not locked into Falco next game.
Right. Yeah, for sure. So Armada with actually a really nice read on the up smash to take that stock. What?
People can do this? How? That's crazy!
Yeah, I guess that's what gaming skill does to you.
Well then, I'm still shook from what I just witnessed. And to think that's not even the craziest stuff you can pull in Melee.
Happy feet, WOMBO combo. That ain't
Wow. What even?
My thoughts exactly. With these clips out of the way, let's dive a bit deeper into this rabbit hole known as the Smash community. Further down the line, eventually Smash found its way into legitimate circuits like Major League Gaming and EVO. Smash was finally becoming more recognized for the fun fighting game that it was, and still is today. We shouldn't forget about all the fan art that spawned from the hype surrounding Smash over the years. People have made animations, memes, artworks, character cosplay, costumes, and musical remixes dedicated to Smash over the years, and it shows how much of a history that this franchise has not just with gamers, but in video gaming and internet culture as a whole. I mean, let us not forget the classic Super Smash Bros. Brawl parody animation, SSBU Taunts, and more recent animations like Terminal Montages, something about Super Smash Bros. Animated. The impact that this silly fighting franchise has is frankly insane.
We've gone into this topic for a while now, so we should reel back into the Smash history, or rather, the evolution of Smash. Let's take a look back at what we know so far about Smash. It's a family-friendly fighting game centered around knocking beloved Nintendo characters out of the stage. That's it. Okay, well that's not all of it, of course. But we know that this idea was birthed from an old prototype Sakurai and Iwata worked on, and that it spawned many sequels up until the most recent installment this year, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What has changed since 64? Well, let's take a look at the roster. Pretty small, huh? Only 8. Wow, now there's 12. But we can go further than that. Let's look at the sequel to 64, Melee. Getting bigger. Not there yet. And finally, that's it, right? Excuse me, what?
So, as you can see, there are over 80 characters that are joining the fight in Ultimate. But what does this all mean? What you see here isn't just pandering to fans. What you see here is enriched video game history and culture, all culminated into this titular fighting series many have come to know and love to this day. A lot of these characters can hit home to people who recognize them and appreciate them. In a way, this game is a love letter to Nintendo, and to a greater extent, video gaming in general. I know, pretty sappy stuff, but that's basically what is being yelled at here. It's hard to look over the fine details that pay tribute to many classic franchises, as well as new ones.
The gameplay has also changed over the course of the franchise's history. People like Zero note the tweaks to the gameplay for Ultimate, and how it's vastly different compared to what came before it. Zero mentions during an interview that making the game more aggressive is a good marketing decision, and the faster it is, the more exciting it is, and the more people watch. When he says more aggressive, he's talking about more the fluidity of the attacks in Smash, and how one can easily demolish one another with skillful plays, or if you're that guy, wrecking someone with Bayonetta. Smash has evolved to accommodate for the fanbase's wants and needs, and it's worked wondrously for both Nintendo and Sakurai, even if it feels like Sakurai pushes himself a bit too much. When it comes to the development of this franchise still, it is undeniable how much Smash has changed since the N64 days. None of us could have ever imagined fighting as a Joker from Persona 5 against Simon Belmont, King K. Rool, and Piranha Plant. Yes, even plants have arrived onto the roster. But each character still embeds their history to Smash.
Well, that was quite the ride, wasn't it, Mana?
Sure was, bud. Talking about Smash Ultimate and even Smash in general is great. I know this topic is something that resonates with us both.
We've learned about the history of Smash, how it came to be, and how it impacts the general public as a whole. From a simple prototype to a series of epic proportions, we now know just how important Smash is to gamers worldwide and to Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, what better example of Nintendo history is there than Smash?
Exactly.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to both me and DG's channel, and leave a comment down below and let us know your thoughts on Smash. Hope to see you soon, and goodbye!